Oh, there she is. Oh.
We good? Okay, there we go. We have head coach Stephanie Gately. We have Kendall Jeremiah, sorry. And we have Asia Dingle. We will start with an opening statement from Coach Gately. After that's done, if there are questions, we'll take them for the student athletes. Then we will excuse them and we'll take questions for Coach Gately. So, Coach, if you can start with an opening statement.
Yeah, I told the kids the first game's always the toughest, I think, because you're just nervous and you got jitters and you're expected to win. And George Mason played really well last night. I'm just super proud of them. I think it's anybody's tournament. I think anybody can win. This is the deepest I've seen the conference in the 11 years at Fordham, and I think it's going to be a great finish to the end.
All right. Do we have any questions for Asia or Kendall?
I have the microphone, so I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Asia, you had 12 rebounds, is that correct?
Yeah, TOT total.
TOT, 12 rebounds? 12 rebounds, a double-double. I mean, it was just amazing. Like, is that something that's typical for you? Do you just follow the ball? Did you know you had 12 rebounds? It was pretty fun to watch you just chase the ball down.
No, I didn't know, but that's something that Coach always tells me I need to do, and I haven't been doing that as well as I should have. So, like, I was like, once I get to the tournament, like, I'm going to really harp on that. I said it before the game. I said I'm going to rebound them.
You did good.
You did good. TOT 12, well done.
TOT 12. I know what it means now.
That's awesome. And Kendall, one for you. When we watch you, you have this knack of finding the three-point line. So even if you're inside it, you can get it and you know exactly where it is. Like, you'll get your feet behind it. It's never a 2.5. It's always a 3. How do you know where the three-point line is all the time? It's really fascinating to watch.
So like when I do like workouts, shooting workouts, I always step like just a little bit further away than the three-point line. So if I shoot it further away, then I'm just gonna keep practicing those. It's just sometimes I don't know actually. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes I'm just like I hope I'm on the three-point line.
Well, there were so many lines on that court, and
exactly.
So it's confusing. I had to try to tell Kendall, it's not the last line, Kendall. You don't have to step behind the last line.
I guess my last question, if I may, it's just watching you guys, especially play in the first half, and just watching Coach Gately interact with you guys. It just seems like one big family, and everybody in the first half was just having just a great time tonight. How much fun was it just to fire on all cylinders like that?
I think it was like I was so nervous at the beginning. I was super excited both. And that makes me like real tense, and just having these guys calm us down, coach calm us down a lot. It's just, you know, that you're gonna trust anybody on the team. I'm happy with that.
Asia?
Oh yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. As she said, I mean, I wasn't nervous in the beginning, but just coming out with that, like, it's always important to come out strong. So I think like that was an emphasis, like, and just keep putting our foot on the gas. And I feel like we did that.
All right, in the back by the camera up there. Go ahead.
Kind of similar. How did you keep the momentum going after such a strong first quarter and not get too high and kind of keep the game where you wanted it?
You want to start, Asia?
Yeah, I'll start. So we just try to do it 5 minutes at a time, 0-0 score, no matter if we're up, down. So I feel like we try not to look too ahead or look what happened before. So I think just staying level-headed, we did that.
I think like going back to kind of what I said before, like someone always has like a little, what do you call it, leveled mindset on the court. If it was Asia, if it was Anna. For me, it was definitely Asia and Anna, because I would be way up here, and I need that little like nudge to tell me to like keep stay down. Don't try and like be too hyper. Just having that is like really helpful.
Do we have any more questions for Asia or Kendall? Okay, you two are excused. Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you in a little bit, ladies. See you, kids.
We will take questions for Coach Gately at this time. If anyone has any questions for Coach Gately at this time.
Hi, Coach Gately. They're not going to get this away from me. I thought it was a great team effort tonight, and it's just so much fun to see. I know you had a period of time where you really struggled to make shots. So what kind of a relief was it tonight when the ball started going in the basket?
I'm just glad we were up 26 because in that fourth quarter we couldn't make a basket, so we needed every bit of that lead. But this has been one of my all-time favorite teams to coach in my 36 years. Even when we went through that tough stretch, our tough stretch unfortunately came near the end, and the kids were still in the gym every day. It's hard to get mad at them. If they're not making shots, it's hard to get mad at them. They're always in the gym. They're very selfless. They care about each other. There's no drama. There's no selfishness on any of the kids' parts. They genuinely care about each other, and that's very rare in this day and age that you have that. And I'm just super proud of them, and I think it's a pleasure to coach them.
Awesome. And then just lastly, can you talk a little bit about the matchup again with UMass? You hadn't played it. You played them a little while ago, not too long ago. So what do you think is going to be important in this game?
They're a tough matchup. They've got 3 kids in the all-conference with the player of the year. And I think I think we let one get away at UMass. We had a decent lead, but then again, we went 2 for 21, and the only ones that made a shot were Kendall in the fourth quarter, and so we needed a 24-point lead to finish that one. So again, it's just, they're very good, and we're very good, and our kids will definitely be ready. I think it'll be a hard-fought game against and 2 very good teams.
Good luck. It was fun, really fun to watch you guys play tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Any other questions for Coach Gately? Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
Excuse. All right, we have head coach Vanessa Blair-Lewis. Next to her, we have sophomore guard Taylor Jamison, and at the far end from me, we have senior forward Amaya Scott. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Blair-Lewis. After that, we will open it up to questions for the student athletes, and then once we're done with the student athletes, we'll excuse them and we'll take questions for Coach. So, Coach, if you want to get started.
First of all, I want to just say for my first time being here at the A10 conference, it was top-notch. It was a stellar tournament. We were really excited to have an experience in this tournament, to be able to be successful in this tournament with a win that this program has not been able to do. I am very proud to be these young ladies' coach. Tonight we started off tough in that first quarter and dug ourselves a hole that we just weren't able to get out of to a very good shooting Fordham team.
We'll take questions for the student athletes at this time. We'll start in the back, I believe. Yes?
I got the mic, ladies.
Oh, start in the back row. Right here. Go ahead. You're good.
Amaya, you came from Cookman with Coach, and you've had a year here to do some great things at Mason. Can you just tell us a little bit about our year? And I just want to commend you on the passion and fire you play with. There's a lot of teams that would have gone away after the first quarter tonight, and you just bring it on every possession. It was a lot of fun to watch you play in this tournament. Congratulations.
Thank you. First thing I would say is I would do this all over again. Same way, same teammates, same coaches, same school, same program. Everybody was just amazing. They were a big part of the success. Couldn't do it without the fans, the community, the coaching staff, my teammates. I really wish I could do it all again. This has been a great experience. It helped me get my name out there. This was the best platform ever. I'm forever grateful. You guys are always in my heart. And thank you for this wonderful, amazing opportunity.
And Taylor, you've got a couple more years to play, and you've turned on your scoring, and you had a nice game tonight. What does the future look like for George Mason basketball?
Well, I think it looks amazing, honestly. I think we have a great coaching staff that's just going to put us in a position to all be successful and just help us be able to come together and put all the pieces together. And I think we had great leadership this year by Amaya, so we know what the expectation is going forward, and that's all that's expected from us going forward.
In the very back by the camera, go ahead.
This is for Amaya as well. After that first quarter, how important was it for you to be the leader on the team, and what did you say to your teammates to try and keep them in it?
We can't lay down. They gave us our best. Like Coach said, we dug this hole ourselves, and we have to get ourselves out. There's no one going to save us. We can't keep blaming everything on the refs. They're doing their job. We just have to do our job. We have to keep fighting to the very end. We don't have the coaching staff that just lays down and let people walk over us, so we have to stand up to the expectations and do what we signed up for and just keep going. We made it this far. Why turn around? Why lay down? Just keep pushing ourselves. We're here for each other in the end.
And for Taylor, now that you guys have had some success in the tournament, how hungry does that make you for next season?
Oh, real hungry. I just remember Coach Frank, she had walked up to me after the game, and she was just like, "How do you feel?" And for a second, I had to just really sit there and think about how I was feeling. I told her I felt defeated, and she was like, "Just take this feeling that you have right now and think about that in the off season and make you want to train 10 times harder." And I'm definitely going to do that.
Right here in the third row, go ahead.
Amaya, what would be your advice to your teammates as you're leaving the program and the experience that you had at Mason?
Keep your head up. Don't ever get down. Don't ever let the opponent see that you're feeling flustered. Know you have a coaching staff that's going to fight for you in every way and any way. Take it to the next level. Keep your head up. Chew the meat, spit the bone, and take it personal, but don't take it personal.
And Taylor, now that you have this experience here and know what you want to do next year coming in and the years coming up, how will that shape how you bring in the next class?
I definitely think that it'll make me be more vocal and having confidence. So even as a freshman is just your class. Like, you can be a freshman and you can do the same things Amaya is capable of. Like, it doesn't matter your class, it doesn't matter your age. Like, maturity is for everybody. You can be mature at a very young age. So just come in, compete,
that's all she asks us to do every single game, and I feel like that's what we did this year. So I'm just going to keep telling everybody, like, come in, compete, play with your heart, and leave it out on the court every single time.
Do we have any more questions for Taylor or Amaya? Okay, you two are excused. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
All right, we will take questions for Coach Blair Lewis. Do we want to start in the very back, or do we want to start? Sure, we'll go in the very back.
Coach, just talk a little bit about your first experience here at the A10 tournament. Obviously, you ran into a very tough Fordham team, but had a great win last night. So just talk a little bit about these two games.
Well, I think I'll take it back a little further than that, if you don't mind. We took over a program that did not win a game last year. So there were a lot of greats. I am really blessed to coach these young ladies. We tripled our non-conference wins. We went to double-figure conference wins. We had one of the biggest upsets in NCAA with the win over Florida. And we won our first-round tournament game in the A10. For a program that had not seen that success, I told these girls I'm really excited for them. I'm really excited for our future. This A10 experience had not been a good one for them because they had not been successful. And, sometimes, every conference doesn't allow everyone to come to the dance. And I'm glad that they allowed us to come to the dance so that you get a chance to know what this feels like. To be able to put on your shoes and your next outfit and your next uniform the next day, that's something that has to be experienced, not talked about. And so they got a chance to experience it. And I'm really proud of this group. I'm really proud of their resilience because it's the same team we had except for 2 players that we added.
Third row.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi again.
I will say, if they are an example of your group, you have an amazing group. What lovely young ladies. You told us that the tournament was an opportunity for your very artsy team to paint a canvas. What does your canvas look like now?
Like I said, I think it has a lot of firsts that we were able to do this year. Our group is so creative. I think they painted it each a different way. I think they were able to gain confidence. Some of our players who were not as successful during the season showed up yesterday and showed out, and we're very proud of them to see what they've done. But I always tell my girls that people don't decide their futures. They decide their habits, and their habits decide their futures. And so we practice good habits, and we're going to have a good future.
Lastly, what was the message in the locker room? What was the atmosphere in the locker room? Of course, no one wants to lose, but as you previously stated, you have so much to be proud of and what you've accomplished in your first year. So what was the feeling in the locker room, and what was your final message to your team?
That we don't have to be done dancing. That canvas is there's still room to paint on it. And this is the part of the season where you get to create, you get to draw the next line, and you get to write your name on the next line. So let's keep being creative. So I'm really proud of these girls.
Congratulations, you have a lot to be proud of.
Thank you.
Do we have any more questions for Coach? Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Baronado.
Thank you.
Great run tournament.